to convert energy from sunlight. The mirrors are 60 meters wide and more than 7 meters high. There is a water pipe in front of each mirror. The heat from the sunlight that the mirrors reflect boils the water in the pipe and creates the steam to heat the oil. Finally, let me explain the advantages of using steam to extract oil. The first advantage is that it is low cost and reliable. In addition, it is sustainable and eco-friendly. We used to use natural gas to heat the steam, but the disadvantage of this is that it was not environmentally friendly. Another advantage is that the gas we save on the oil field can be used to provide electricity to more than 200,000 people in Oman. Furthermore, using steam means that will reduce our carbon footprint by 300,000 tons a year.
Okay, I think you have heard it one time, so I want to hear it again. Listen again.
Listening 3.4.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to tell you about a very large renewable energy project happening right here in Oman. The Mirror project is one of the largest solar energy plants in the world. It was started in 2015 and it is located at the Amal oil field in the Dhofar region. Let me start by explaining the Mirror project. We use solar energy to generate steam. This steam is then used to heat oil that is in the ground. The steam makes the oil thinner, which means it is easier for us to take it out of the ground. Next, I would like to explain how we use solar energy to generate steam. The Mirror project uses huge curved mirrors to convert energy from sunlight. The mirrors are 60 meters wide and more than 7 meters high. There is a water pipe in front of each mirror. The heat from the sunlight that the mirrors reflect boils the water in the pipe and creates the steam to heat the oil. Finally, let me explain the advantages of using steam to extract oil. The first advantage is that it is low cost and reliable. In addition, it is sustainable and eco-friendly. We used to use natural gas to heat the steam, but the disadvantage of this is that it was not environmentally friendly. Another advantage is that the gas we save on the oil field can be used to provide electricity to more than 200,000 people in Oman. Furthermore, using steam means that will reduce our carbon footprint by 300,000 tons a year.
Okay, now let's look for the answers. Number one, the answer is the world. Mirror is one of the largest solar energy plants in the world. Number two, Mirror uses large mirrors to generate steam. Number three, the steam is used to extract oil. Number four, using general gas to extract oil is not environmentally friendly. And number five, using solar power will reduce the oil-filled carbon footprint by 300,000 tons per year. Now, this is the answers again on the board, on the blackboard. You can use them. You can write or select the answers from the board. Okay, now let's look for task or activity number 4 on page 31. Listen to the final part of this presentation. Sort statements 1 to 5 into advantages and disadvantages. Okay, we have 2 columns here. The first one is the advantages, as you can see here, المميزات and disadvantages هي العيوب. Okay, we should put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 under the correct columns. So let's read it before we listen. Number 1, solar energy does not produce greenhouse gases. Number 2, is this advantage or disadvantage? Okay, number 2, solar panels are expensive to install. Number 3, over time solar panels will save money on electricity bills. يعني سوف يحافظ على فواتير الكهرباء أو يخفض من فواتير الكهرباء. Number 4, solar panels require a lot of space. Number 5, solar panels do not generate electricity on cloudy days. Do you know what's the meaning of cloudy days? The cloud. This is the cloud. يعني اللي يكون فيها الأيام فيها سحب. Number 6, solar panels do not require much maintenance. Okay, now let's listen and choose the correct sentence under the correct column.
Listening 3.5.
Thank you for listening. If anyone has any questions, I will be happy to answer them now.
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. It was very interesting. I have a question about solar energy. What do you think about installing solar panels on houses in Oman to generate electricity?
That's a very interesting question. Solar energy has many advantages, especially in a sunny country like Oman. As I mentioned before, the main benefit of solar energy is that it is renewable. The biggest disadvantage of solar energy at the moment is that it is quite expensive to buy and install solar panels. However, as technology develops, it will become cheaper, and if you install solar panels, you will definitely save money on your electricity bill in the long term. Another advantage is that solar panels do not need much maintenance, but they do need a lot of space, which can be a disadvantage. The only other disadvantage of solar energy is that it does not work on cloudy days. But that is not really a problem in Oman. Okay, any other questions?
Okay, let's hear it again. Let's listen to it again.
Listening 3.5.
Thank you for listening. If anyone has any questions, I will be happy to answer them now.
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. It was very interesting. I have a question about solar energy. What do you think about installing solar panels on houses in Oman to generate electricity?
That's a very interesting question. Solar energy has many advantages, especially in a sunny country like Oman. As I mentioned before, the main benefit of solar energy is that it is renewable. The biggest disadvantage of solar energy at the moment is that it is quite expensive to buy and install solar panels. However, as technology develops, it will become cheaper, and if you install solar panels, you will definitely save money on your electricity bill in the long term. Another advantage is that solar panels do not need much maintenance, but they do need a lot of space, which can be a disadvantage. The only other disadvantage of solar energy is that it does not work on cloudy days. But that is not really a problem in Oman. Okay, any other questions?
Okay, now let's look for the answers. As you heard, one of the advantages is solar energy does not produce greenhouse gases. This is one of the advantages, okay? Another advantage is that over time, solar panels will save money on electricity bills, okay? Also, one of the advantages is solar panels do not require much maintenance. يعني لا يتطلب للتصليح تصليح كثير. Okay, so for the advantages, solar panels are expensive to install. Okay, this is one of the disadvantages. Expensive, it's expensive. Also, some solar panels require a lot of space. So this is the second disadvantage. Also, some solar panels do not generate electricity on cloudy days. So in cloudy days, it doesn't work because there is no sun. So let's revise it again. The advantage is solar energy does not require greenhouse gases, does not produce greenhouse gases. Also, over time, solar panels will save money on electricity bills. Okay, one of the advantages are solar panels do not require much maintenance. The disadvantage here, solar panels are expensive to install. Also, solar panels require a lot of space. Also, solar panels do not generate electricity on cloudy days. So we have three advantages and three disadvantages. Now, after we complete this task, let's go and play a game. Also, this is the second game. Also, we are going to match the sentence to the correct part. I want you to copy the website at the top of the screen or use the QR code with your phone to play this game. Okay? Now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, let's look for the second part. Now, we have here two parts, advantages and disadvantages, as you can see here. Over time, solar panels will save money on electricity bills. Is this advantage or disadvantage? It is advantage. Okay. Solar panels require a lot of space. Is this advantage or disadvantage? This is disadvantage. So here, solar panels are expensive to install. Disadvantage or disadvantage? This is disadvantage because we have here the word expensive. Okay, solar panels do not require much maintenance. So this is one of the advantages. Here we have solar panels do not generate electricity on cloudy days. So this is disadvantage. The last one, solar energy does not produce greenhouse gases. This is also an advantage. So let's see the answers here. Okay, let's see the answers. As you can see here on the left side, we have the advantages, and on the right side, we have the disadvantages. It's the same as in your class book. Okay, let's return back to our class book again. Okay, now, let's look at your class book, page 31, activity 5. Think about the ideas below for using renewable energy in Oman. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each idea with your group. Use this expression in the useful language books to help you. Now we are going to think about the first one, okay? The second one and the third one, I want you to discuss it with your teachers and your colleagues at your classes, okay? Now, we want to use the language here talking about the advantages and disadvantages. The great advantages of for example, solar energy is, the main benefit of wind power is, we said like that. Another advantage is, the biggest advantages of is, one disadvantages is, and overall the advantages outweighs the disadvantages. Okay, let's read the first one. Installing a wind turbine at your school to generate electricity to power the lights in your school. So are going to use installing a wind turbine at your school. Think about this. I want you to think in 2 minutes and try to think about the advantages and disadvantages of this project. Think about this project. If you want to install a wind turbine at your school, think about the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, now let's think together. Here, the first advantage is it would save school money. This is one of the advantages. Okay. Also, it is an environmentally friendly way to power lights in school. Also, it would help students to learn more about renewable energy. Also, in areas of Oman that have a lot of wind, it would work effectively. So we have four advantages for using wind turbine at your school. The first one is save money. Also, it's environmentally friendly. Also, the students will help learn more about renewable energy. Also, it will work. If we have a lot of wind, it would work effectively. So these are the advantages of using wind turbine. So let's look for the disadvantages. Okay, let's look for the disadvantages. Here we have the disadvantages. The wind turbine might have to be quite large. So large. Being large will not be good. Buying and installing a wind turbine might be expensive. This is one of the disadvantages. Also, if there was a day without wind, the school would not be able to power the lights. So if it's without wind, it will not work. So this is one of the disadvantages. If the school is near the lots of houses, residents might complain about the turbine because it might have some noise. So they will not like this project. So we have at least four disadvantages of using wind turbine. The first one is large. Also, it's expensive. Also, if there is no wind, it will not work. Okay, if it's near the houses, it will complain. The residents or the people next to the school will complain about this project. So let's look for another activity. I want you to look at this activity or use the QR code to play this game, word wall game. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now let's play the last game here. Okay, as you can see here, we have two columns, advantages and disadvantages, advantages of using of this project. Okay, so let's read it together. If the school is near a lot of houses, residents might complain about the turbine. Is this advantage or disadvantage? The noisy of the wind turbine. It is disadvantage because it makes a lot of noise. In areas in Oman that have a lot of wind, it would work effectively. So this is advantage or disadvantage. If it's work effectively, so it is advantage. Okay, buying and installing a wind turbine might be expensive. The word expensive is very bad, so it is disadvantage. Okay, it would save school money. So this advantage or disadvantage? I think it's advantage. It is an environmentally friendly way to power lights in school. So it's environmentally friendly, so it is advantage, one of the advantages. The wind turbine might be quite large. Being large might be a problem for this project. So this is one of the disadvantages. It will help students to learn more about renewable energy. So learning more about renewable energy will be an advantage for this project. The last one, if there was a day without wind, the school would not be able to power lights. So if there is no wind, it will not work. So this is one of the disadvantages. So let's submit the answers. So let's look at the answers again. So as you can see on the right side here we have, on the left side we have the advantages, and on the right side we have the disadvantages of using wind turbine. Okay. So now let's look for our skills book. I want you to look at your skills book on page 26 and 27. I want you to open your skills book at page 26 and 27. So we have here activity 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are not going to do activity number 1 because it is deleted. So we are going to have activity number 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to complete these 4 activities. Now, let's look at the first task here in your skills book. Read and answer. Okay, Ali and his friends are also taking part in the competition. Okay, look at Ali's text message to his friend and answer the questions below. We have 2 questions, and here we have the competition team in a group. Okay, the first question: what is Ali's invention's idea? What is it? What is the name of it? Okay, he wants the name of the invention. Also, what kind of energy? What kind of energy here will produce the invention? Now, I will give you 2 minutes. I will give you 2 minutes to read this one, this conversation, or about Ali, and then we will discuss them later. Okay, finish? Let's read them together. Ali: hi guys, I have an idea for our invention. You know how our phone batteries always run out. We can invent a solar powered phone case. This is the phone case, by the way. This is the phone case. Okay, to charge phones. The phone case could have solar panel to convert sunlight to electricity. So he wants to make some electricity from the sun, from the sunlight. What do you think? So this is about his project. So the first question: what is Ali's invention? Number 2: what kind of energy? He talked about it's about the solar panel. So let's look for the answers here. The answers here: number 1, a phone case that can charge phone using renewable energy. Okay, this is his idea. The second one is the solar power, as you have read. Okay, now let's look for question number 3. Listen and answer. Also, we have listen to the voice notes from Ali's friends. Answer the questions below. We have 4 questions, and you are going to hear 4 voices for Ali's friends. But first, let's read the questions. Why does Simon like Ali's idea? Why? He wants to ask about the reason here. What disadvantages does Phil identify? Okay. What does Victor suggest? What does Victor suggest? Okay. Who suggests a similar idea to the phone case? Who? He wants the name of the person. Now let's listen.
Listening 3.7.
Hi, Ali. Wow, that's a great idea. I like it because it solves a problem that many people have. And it's environmentally friendly. So, I think it has a lot of potential. You know, we could also use the same idea for a laptop case. What do you think?
Hello, Ali. I'm not really sure about this idea. Will it actually work? What happens if I can't leave my phone outside to charge? Or what if I want to charge my phone at night? I think we need to consider these problems.
Hey, Ali. I like your idea, but I think that Phil made some good points too. Maybe we can meet and talk about the idea in more detail. Then we can decide if this will be our invention for the competition.
Okay, let's listen again. And here we have all the details.
Listening 3.7.
Hi, Ali. Wow, that's a great idea. I like it because it solves a problem that many people have. And it's environmentally friendly. So, I think it has a lot of potential. You know, we could also use the same idea for a laptop case. What do you think?
Now, Phil.
Hello, Ali. I'm not really sure about this idea. Will it actually work? What happens if I can't leave my phone outside to charge? Or what if I want to charge my phone at night? I think we need to consider these problems.
Victor.
Hey, Ali. I like your idea, but I think that Phil made some good points too. Maybe we can meet and talk about the idea in more detail. Then we can decide if this will be our invention for the competition.
Okay, now let's look for the answers. Number 1, why does Simon like Ali's idea? Because he likes the idea because it solves a problem that many people have for the battery. Okay, it solves many problems. Okay, what disadvantages does Phil identify? It might be difficult to leave the phone case outside or charge the phone case at night. This is one of the problems or difficulties. So this is one of the disadvantages. Number 3, what does Victor suggest? Victor suggests that they meet to discuss the idea. He wants them to meet together to discuss the idea together. The last one, who suggests a similar idea to the phone case? Okay, Simon, he suggested creating solar power laptop case. This is one of the ideas. Now, let's look for number 4. on your skills book, page 27. Now we are going to have the pronunciation. The syllable stress for verbs and noun. We have two types of words here, or stress, syllable stress. Now, when we use a two-syllable word as both a verb or a noun, we change the syllable stress, okay? If it's a noun, we the first syllable stressed. For example, present, for example. Here, present, it's a verb. The second syllable is stressed. So again, present, here present. It's not the same pronunciation. Now we are going to listen to this to the tape script example below and practice saying the sentence with a partner. Okay, now I want you to listen for 1, 2 and 3 in two parts, for the noun and for the verb. For the noun and for the verb. Listen.
Listening 3.8. 1. I have to do some research for my project.
I would like to research hydropower.
2. I made no progress with my homework.
My English has progressed a lot.
3. I have a record of your school attendance.
I need to record the results of the test.
Okay, now let's look for the last activity here. Listen to the words below. Are they nouns or verbs? Write the letter N in the box if it's a noun. You know, if it's the first part of the word, it's a noun. If he stress more in the second part of the word, it's a verb. Okay? Now, let's hear.
Listening 3.9. Decrease, decrease. Impact, impact. Repeat, repeat. Convert, convert. Increase, increase. Produce, produce.
Okay, now let's look for the answers. Here, the word decrease is a noun. The word impact is a noun. Also, the word repeat is a verb. Also, the word convert is a verb. The word increase is the noun. The word produce is a verb. Now, let's practice them together. Okay? Who can read this word with me? It's convert. Very good. Convert is a verb, okay? Because the stress is here. The stress is here under the second part of the word, okay? Here the word. Repeat, repeat, repeat. It's a verb because the syllable here, the stress is in the second part, okay? Here, increase, increase. The stress here in the first part of the word, okay? Here, the word impact, impact. The stress here on the first part, so this is a noun, okay? Here, the last one, decrease, decrease, decrease. So the first syllable stress is on the first part, so this is a noun. Now, I want you to complete task 5 with your teachers at school. So discuss these questions with your groups and make notes with your teachers. Okay. Now, the summary for this lesson is we learned how to categorize advantages and disadvantages of solar power. Also, we listened for general and specific information. And we have evaluate ideas for using renewable energy in Oman, as you have listened before. And we have practiced pronouncing nouns like these and verbs with correct syllable stress. Now, this is the end of our lesson for today. It's time to say goodbye and see you next week. And I want you to prepare for the next lesson because it will be a writing lesson. Okay, so now goodbye and see you next week.